Welcome to this week's episode of LdnOnt TV here on Rogers TV. I'm your host, Bronagh Morgan, and it is wonderful to be a host of LdnOnt TV because I get to share stories with our viewers about really amazing things that are going on in our community and really impactful things that are going on in our community. I get to talk to some really inspirational people who are working for positive change, working for the good of our community. And I have a story for you today because everybody is talking about this. We talk about things that everybody is concerned about, and there is nothing, well, very few things anyway, that are more top of mind than the need to house people in our community. And this is obviously, it's a problem all across Canada, but we talk about this all the time on this show. We've had lots of guests that are working towards different aspects of the solutions, and here are two more. So we have Mary and we have Shelley here today, who are the honorary co-chairs of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul Affordable Housing Campaign. So I think I checked all the things on the list, right? All right. So thank you so much for being here. I want our viewers to hear all about this really amazing campaign, which is, you know, it's not brand new. Like you're on the ground. More about Society of St. Vincent de Paul for those people who don't know about it, and also how they can get involved. So thank you for being here today. I'm so glad that we could finally have this chat, because I know we've been working on getting together for a while now. So either one of you wants to jump in and just tell our viewers about the campaign. So when it started, what you're working on, and maybe how we can get involved.
I'll start then.
Okay.
Because I was approached first just about a year ago. I was approached by the Society of St. Vincent de Paul Affordable Housing Project. I'm actually a parishioner of St. Peter's Cathedral, and I'm involved with the Society of St. Vincent de Paul at my church. So they knew me, and they asked me to, if I would consider being one of the co-chairs of the campaign. So I learned all about it, and again, like we all know, there's such a need. And they asked me if I knew somebody who would want to join me. Didn't take me long to ask my good friend of 20 years, Mary, to see if she would join me. And we have been friends, as I said, for over 20 years. And we've traveled much together, leisure, personally, but we have been traveling for over 15 years, building houses with Habitat for Humanity.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And so I guess you're just the right person to call on to get involved with this campaign.
Yeah, so when I asked Mary, I said, okay, what do you think? And
oh yeah, there was no question. It was like, this is kind of what we do together. And yeah, it was like, you know, we've done over 10 builds in 10 different countries around the globe. It was time to do something in our own backyard. So this was very fitting that we were asked to champion this in this campaign, and we're very, very excited about it.
Okay, I want to get more into that later, because I want to hear about all these builds all over the world and all this traveling. But for those people who maybe are not familiar with Society of St. Vincent de Paul, can you talk to a little bit about what that organization is all about?
Yes, I'll do that. I've been a member of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul for about 8 years now. But the Society itself started in 1833, so we've been around for over 190 years. We're in 150 countries, and we have over 800,000 volunteers, and we serve over 30 million people per year. We serve people in need with justice, joy, and love, to have a more just and respectful community for all. In London, we have a council. We have a London council for the society, and it is the head of 12 or 13 churches.
Okay.
And each church itself has its own called conference, and they serve the people in their area however they need to be served. Specifically in St. Peter's, it's the cathedral, it's in downtown London. So we serve many people in affordable housing, and we have actually started to help out the homeless as well the best we can. Specifically what we do is we hand out grocery store gift cards, vouchers to our thrift store. The Society of St. Vincent de Paul has 2 thrift stores in London.
Right.
Yep, one on York Street and one on Elias Street. So they can get free furniture and free clothing and household items when we visit with them, and we'll give them vouchers to do that. Every parish does it differently. You know, the ones in Byron and all over the city, they all do them differently.
Some have food banks, some have community meals.
Right.
It's whatever the need is in that community.
But we are a Catholic organization, but we serve everybody,
Of course.
anyone in need, any gender, any denomination, whatever they are, we serve if they call us.
Absolutely.
So the London Council recognized the need for affordable housing in the city, so they initiated this project.
Yeah, and we're not, St. Vincent de Paul is not new to affordable housing. We're involved in 3 different locations in Canada. There's a number of affordable housing in Toronto, and then there's one out in Halifax and in Victoria, BC. In the United States, they are one of the top leaders in affordable housing. So yeah, that's not new. It's just something that we've undertaken new in London. So we're very, very excited about this project, and we've come a long way. And since we started in August with our campaign, we've contracted an urban planner. So we have Zelenko Priamo, and we've hired consultants, city consultants. We've Devonshire, and then we have an architect, which is Cornerstone Architecture. So we've actually and then also the marketing department has started working with us pro bono to do all of our promotional materials. So we have these lovely brochures that they've created. They're very, very talented individuals, so very professional looking. They've also done our presentation that we've been taking to different churches and different communities that we've been doing presentations. But Cornerstone Architect, they've come up with this rendering of our building, of what we hope it to look like, with the community garden and community room, front desk there, or front lobby there. So.
And where is the property? Because you've secured property already in London.
Yes, we have.
So the property, it's on it's Highbury and Huron, so it's east of Highbury on Huron Street, just past Sanford.
Okay.
And we today found out that we officially have an address, so we're now 1500 Huron Street.
Congratulations on getting an address.
It's on the we purchased it from the Diocese of London.
Okay.
So it is on the parking lot of St. Andrew the Apostle Church.
Okay.
So we purchased that piece of the property from the diocese.
Okay, and so in terms of footprint and how much housing are we talking about? Because this looks like a pretty big building.
Yeah, so it's 6 stories, 73 units, consisting of 1 and 2 bedrooms, and we have 17 accessible units that are going to be in this building.
And accessible meaning for people who have mobility challenges?
Yes, so if you're in a wheelchair, accessibility, so the counters will be lower, it's got a footprint that they can maneuver around.
Wonderful.
But what we did decide, our committee did decide, was that all washrooms would be accessible, because our target market actually is going to be senior women and refugees. It's been recognized as the leading number of people that are in need of affordable housing.
Or at the risk of homelessness. Senior single women.
Okay.
Yeah, so we've decided washrooms would be accessible, because if you have a walker and you have mobility issues, then we've designed the rooms to make sure that people can easily get around.
Wow. It sounds like so much thought has already gone into this program. You've just been involved since August?
Yes. There's a lot been happening since August, yes, because that's when we started, they were just contracting these people, and it's just been, now we have a building, and we have applications that we've put into the city, and we're getting approvals, and we've done some fundraising.
So in December of 22, I think, is roughly when the committee came together, and they started, and they found the land and worked from there. We didn't join until halfway through 23.
Well, but congratulations, because I think a lot of times people, we have conversations about like moving at the speed of government, and I think a lot of times we're having these conversations about the real pressing need to house people and making sure that housing is accessible and affordable for people. But this is a good pace that this project is going at, and same with this show. So we do have to take a break. Okay. So stay with us, and you've got a little bit more time. I know you have a lot of places that you need to visit, but I need to hear more about the project itself, how we can get involved, and how community members can get involved as well. And then I still do want to hear about all this traveling. So stay with us, and stay with us, viewers. We'll have more LdnOnt TV after the break.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Carbon monoxide is a deadly gas you can't see, smell, or taste.
Homes with fuel-burning appliances and/or attached garages must have working CO alarms installed outside all sleeping areas.
Don't let the silent killer get you. Install working CO alarms today.
Hey, I'm Scott Navarro, a producer here at Rogers TV, and I just want to say thank you to all the volunteers that we have that put on our shows. Whether that's hosts in front of the camera or volunteers behind the scenes, we couldn't do it without you, so I just want to say thanks.
I don't care what the law is. I will never be a slave. That word, I hate it. It rests on my tongue like rot.
Peter, how does it feel to get paid for your work?
There are rumors freedom's coming for us all.
Freedom, you know that's all I want.
Chloe, careful. Vrooman would rather sell you across the river to America than let you go free.
Then I'll run.
I've run before. Maybe this time for good.
No! No! Just get her into a boat. No!
Chloe! Chloe, no!
Word of Chloe Cooley's resistance led to Canada's first legislation limiting slavery. After 200 years, slavery was abolished in Canada in 1834.
Welcome back to LdnOnt TV here on Rogers TV. I'm your host, Bronagh. Been chatting with Mary and Shelley, co-chairs of the Society of St. Vincent de Paul Affordable Housing Campaign. Exciting that there is, what was the number again? 74 units?
73 units.
73 units of affordable housing in our city. In the process, so like you've already taken a lot of steps towards this goal. Obviously, something like this takes a lot of people who are all volunteers on the team, and it takes a lot of money. So, what's the bottom line for this project, and how are you able to fund it, and how can we get involved and support you?
Well, our initial campaign, or our total campaign, is we're trying to raise $5 million in 5 years. And this is going to be the first of a few projects. So this particular project, our need is we need to raise $1.5 million by the fall so that we're shovel ready so that we can start building. And right now, since August, we have raised $1 million. So just over $1 million, actually.
Congratulations.
Yes.
That's quite an accomplishment. And how were you able to do that?
Just from donations, just putting it out there. We've gone to all the Catholic churches. We've appealed to the Social Justice Committee there, like the Catholic Women's League, the Knights of Columbus. We've also had the Sisters of St. Joseph have made a donation, and the Ursuline Sisters, the Diocese of London. We've had companies, corporations like Dancor that have, and then just individuals. We had one anonymous donation.
That was very significant.
Very significant.
Wonderful.
That wanted
thank
to remain,
you if you're out there.
Yes, that wanted to remain anonymous. So that really plunged us into. That this project is actually going to be, it's not just a dream, it's going to be reality. So
it's amazing.
Yeah. So,
we did a launch. We did do a launch in October, and we really got the word out in the city. We had some really good city support. the councillors and the mayor and that. So that was really helpful. Kind of got us going at a good time of year, October, you know, and we were able to make some traction.
Yeah, and then we had an open house for the community in February to let the community know this is what's happening. And again, we had a lot of politician, community member or city council members that were there that are very supportive. So. So that's a good accomplishment too. But but we're in a position where we need another $450,000 to be shovel ready. So
for September, I think.
For September,
cool. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you want to tell them where the rest of the, how the rest of the project will be funded?
So it is a $19 million project to build this building, so the first portion of it is by donation. So we need to get 1.5 million in donations,
right.
And then from there we can apply for some of the city grants and funding that the city is offering.
Wonderful.
That's just another portion of it. Our biggest portion is going to be a mortgage through CMHC, the Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation.
Okay.
And then from there, the mortgage will be paid down by the rents what we receive. And the rents will all be, like I said, affordable, which is defined as 70 to 80% of market rent as set out by the CMHC. And our building is unique in that our building is going to be all affordable housing. So we're the first ones in the city. Most of them are a mix of affordable and regular rents, but the St. Vincent de Paul philosophy, we thought that it needs to be all affordable.
Wonderful. And there's other unique things about your building. So you already talked about the accessibility. There's suites that are completely accessible. All of the washrooms are accessible. You showed me a little bit about there's community gardens that you're planning for.
Yeah, we have an area that for a community garden, and that's actually off a common room that we've put aside for gathering and for meeting. We also have another meeting room, a community room that can be used by not just the residents, but the surrounding community for like wellness programs and other support programs that they can meet in this meeting room. So, and we have the laundry room. We also have a sitting area so people can gather and meet. So it's meant to be a whole supportive kind of environment.
And the location is wonderful because that's quite accessible, like close to downtown, and it is served by transit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, transit, and there's shopping, there's schools, it's just such an ideal location. Everything is that you need is just right there.
Really well thought out. So you've got a team of volunteers that have been working on this now since December of 2022, right? For people who would be interested in getting involved, obviously money would be a great way to get involved. Is there need for volunteers as well?
Not in particular for our committee, but of course St. Vincent de Paul is always meeting in our, we do have the 2 thrift stores, and we're,
always need volunteers at the thrift store.
Anybody that wants to get involved in the project, like there's cashiers, or there's people sorting or, doing drives for clothing drives and furniture drives to support the stores.
Wonderful.
And of course, the stores, all the proceeds that they do receive goes back into supporting the programs from the community.
It's a nonprofit.
Yeah, and then as well, like I said, anybody in need can go in there with these vouchers and get things for free.
Yeah, wonderful. So, and as somebody who likes thrift shopping, there's a lot of treasures.
Oh, and
there's a lot of treasures.
Yeah,
it really is.
And it's a great store. If you ever, I highly recommend anybody going out and visiting these stores.
Absolutely.
They have a lot of nice stuff.
Yeah, and lovely people that are volunteering, and obviously it's going towards a great cause that I can't imagine anybody would not want to support something like this, like a really unique building that is going to be helping so many people in the community. The goal for completion is next couple of years?
Yeah, we figure 18 months to 2 years. Once we get, like it said, once we get the shovel in the ground and get going.
Wow.
We're still waiting on the city approvals, but it's all tracking.
Right now we have all our applications in, and it's just, of course, waiting for those applications to go through the whole process.
So exciting.
They're looking at the end of middle to end of August for all that to come through, and then from there just getting our contractors and getting going. It's exciting.
So exciting.
This committee has been a lot of dedicated people. Like I said, we've accomplished so much in a short time. It's got a lot of momentum. You know, our committee, we meet every 2 weeks, and it just keeps you going. Like you know, we do grant applications and you know, funding applications and searching out different
we
corporations.
work with other organizations, and we share information as to, you know, what kind of funds are out there that we can apply for.
Right.
And, you know, we always try to get, you know, whatever we can. And we've been appealing to the community, and we've had some really good support from family foundations, from corporations, from churches, and then just someone who might be part of the CWR, the Knights of Columbus, and they know somebody. So we're really trying to, get people to
word of mouth,
to help us out here. Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, so viewers, there's your call to action. There's got to be somebody in your network that can support this fantastic project, and with you two on the team. So I don't know, we've got like maybe 2 minutes. Tell how. So you decided to travel and build houses. This is
started in 2008, 2009.
And we went to India. I went to India separate. She went to India about 6 months after me. And we both had very different experiences, which were both amazing. And then we started going together.
Yeah.
I don't know, we've been to Bolivia?
Yeah, Nicaragua,
Cambodia.
We just went to Thailand this year.
Yeah.
It's like just every year it'd be like, okay, where are we going next? Like it's they call it habititis, and we definitely got the bug.
Well, this kind of history with you two, right? Like this project not only can it not fail, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So this is
because in third world countries, we're actually bricklayers.
Yeah.
We're not here.
We'll see, right? Exactly. You never know. Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you so much taking time out of your busy schedules to be with us today. Viewers, get involved, donate, volunteer at one of the thrift shops. This is groundbreaking. This is unique. This is wonderful, and serving such a need here in London. So thank you for being with us, Mary and Shelley. We do have to take a break, and we're going to have one more guest that I know you're going to want to meet on our next segment.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Jeff from Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff here, and we are back for another incredible season of Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff. We're gonna tour some amazing backyards. We're gonna meet up with some great folks, and we're gonna cook some incredible food. Join us Thursdays at 7:30 for Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff.
With clubs, leagues, and courts in every province and territory across Canada, squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play, and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box.
Think before you say it. Don't wind up like me. Imprisoned by your tongue. Doing 1 to 3.
Is that what good behavior?
You got
Welcome back to LdnOnt TV here on Rogers. Okay, I'm going to switch gears a little bit and chat with somebody who visited our show before. Her name is Erin, and well, she doesn't always visit our show. I guess you're not really a visitor because Erin also films LdnOnt TV. But something that you may not know is that our OHL champion London Knights, I'm not sure if we'll be Memorial Cup champions by the time that we are chatting again, but our team is actually a team that actually films live the London Knights games, and Erin is one of a team of women who is involved with that. So I knew that our viewers would want to meet one of these people who is bringing such important information and such wonderful video to us to support our team. So thanks for taking the time today, Erin.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so how does it work? You show up, it's a lot of setup for every single Knights game, hours.
Yep. So we get there, if the game is at 7, game's at 7, we get there at 2:30. and then we are there until about an hour after the game ends.
Right.
Because we do setup, we do all the checks and everything, and then if we have teardown, sometimes we don't, but when we do have teardown, we are there until about an hour and a half after the game ends.
Right.
And we do everything.
Yes. Okay, so your particular job is just before the game starts, you're going to get a list of players that you need to...
Yeah, so generally there's a green room at Budweiser Gardens, and it's for the media. When concerts are there, it's generally where the singers are and everything. But that's where the OHL supervisors are. That's where all of the off-ice officials are. That's where some of the team medias are. Same with us. We go in there, we hang out, sometimes we eat dinner in there. But they are they put up the lines in there for who's playing. And sometimes the lines will change literally 5 minutes before the game starts.
So this is a challenging job that you have.
Most of the time, it's not the London lines that change, it's the other team.
Gotcha.
So we don't really have to worry about it, but it's generally the same 3 or 4 numbers that I follow.
Yes.
And then sometimes it's oh, this person has had 2 hat tricks back to back, so you're following them for this game.
Right.
Instead of following that other player.
Gotcha. And so how much do you enjoy doing it?
At first, when I first started, I was I don't really like hockey, but now I've picked up a lot and I really enjoy it.
Have you learned much about hockey?
Quite a bit.
Yes.
At first, I knew absolutely nothing. I knew generally how it was played and how goals are scored, but I didn't know what could be called an offside or things like that. And now I know some of the rules, but some things I'm okay, what's this? And I look it up.
Anything super exciting that you were the person that was filming it this year?
The one Bolton hit, so Sawyer Bolton did a hit on Kitchener, and the Kitchener player went over their bench and into the bench, and it was a very strong hit. It is on the LdnOnt social media, and you can see it there on Twitter, and that was all me.
And that was Erin's work.
Literally the week before, for National Women's Day, there was a Cowan hit that I got as well.
Wow.
And it was just back-to-back, so I follow some fun players.
What do you think our chances are, Memorial Cup?
I don't want to say they're horrible chances, and I don't want to say they're good chances, because every team is strong in their own way. Right. Moose Jaw has never made it to the Memorial Cup, and for Drummondville, this is their first time. This is their first time in years for getting there.
Yeah.
They haven't been in 15 years. We haven't been since 2016.
Yes.
So I hope that we do really well. I don't think Saginaw's going to get very far, but I hope that we do really well, and that hopefully we make it to the semifinals or the finals.
Well, I hope you do really well. I'm looking forward to seeing all the future videography from you, Erin. And thank you on behalf of all of our viewers and Knights fans for bringing us such fascinating footage all year long, all season long. All right, thank you viewers for tuning in this week. Hope you enjoyed this episode of LdnOnt TV. I'm your host, Bronagh. See you next week.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
I did it. I need it.
The hero gave it.
And I am alive.
As an organ donor, you can save up to 8 lives and enhance the lives of 75 others. Please go to our website. Pledge a gift of life. You'll be glad you did.
Thursday.
In the family with addiction, the person with the addiction becomes front, center all the time.
Addiction and substance use affects all the layers of our society.
Everything was about trauma.